Hey up my ducks, it's Simon here, welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. So a couple of weeks ago, and it has taken me this long to get round to doing all the videos that I wanting to have recorded prior to Christmas, and with the madness of everything else, it's taken me a while. But as I was saying, a couple of weeks ago, I received a package from Cheryl over at Oneness Emporium. And it was the package that contained Tarot of the Longest Dream and the Tarot of Traditions. And in that, a couple of little surprises, which were these mini decks. They're not pocket size, they are mini. Please excuse the winds. It is a very windy day here. And I'm 19 stories high on the top floor, so I get to hear the wind, but hopefully it won't be too distracting. But yeah, they actually are marketed as mini decks. Now I do have a couple of theirs, because this is Llewelyn, but I think this one is Lo Scarabeo, but the Nicoletta Ciccoli a little bit bigger, but that was rebranded as well. I do have Tarot of the White Cats. Again, that's Lo Scarabeo. That's Lo Scarabeo. So these are Llewelyn anyway. And I've also got the Everyday Witch. But I thought we would take a look at them against their counterpart. Look at the difference in size there. Just making sure that's in the shot okay. And then we've got Dark Wood. Now, Mystical Manga Tarot I've had for quite some time, probably about 5 years. I brought it the first time I went to Glastonbury, so that was November 2018. Darkwood Tarot, probably about 3 years. Got this as part of the Tarot Times, where me, Becca and Elle used to do a monthly kind of what's coming out, what new releases. We used to review a deck each month. If we didn't like it, we would give it away as a giveaway. I quite like this one, so I kept it. But yeah, these are the versions. So we'll have a quick look at the Manga Tarot first. If I'm honest, just from a personal choice, mini decks aren't ones that I would tend to usually buy. I bought. What did I buy myself? I did buy the Nicoletta Ciccoli because I'm just a huge Nicoletta Ciccoli fan. Love her artwork. The others have kind of been gifted and things like that. So you get, there's not a little white book even. That's interesting. I thought there'd be a little white book in there, but there isn't. So luckily we're having the kit. As you can see here, it's a very typical type of kit that you get with Llewelyn. I've got a lovely colour glossy book, which is there's the back of the cards, probably a couple of 100 pages I would have said. A lot of it is adverts though, look, quite a chunk of that is adverts. And notes, 175, see a couple of 100 pages, guidebook. And then we've got the cards here, nice cards. Actually, some people have said they're quite thin and glossy, but they're not a bad deck really. I know Llewelyn went through a time where they were criticised for their cardstock. But, they're by no means US Games thickness or anything like that, or even the NPC ones. But they are certainly better than the tuck boxes we've seen recently from Lo Scarabeo. Okay, so just to give you a little comparison, this plastic out there. What's that? The Six of Swords. Have I got swords? Where's swords? Cups. Oh, it's not, it's ones, of course, it's ones. I should have perhaps, okay, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So you can see they're exactly the same in every way. These are quite glossy, as you can see here, whereas this is more of a silky. That's a really nice cardstock, actually. Say it's a mini. It's not as glossy as the original. It's more of a silky satin finish. But that's the size difference, which is quite considerable, isn't it? But you can see nothing's lost or taken away. We've even got the same designs in the corner. They're exactly the same, but in miniature. The colours do seem, particularly on the backs here, lighter than the bigger one. But when it comes to the fronts, maybe a little bit lighter. I don't know if that's picking up on camera or not. But yeah, it's basically the deck without a little white book in a tuck box. I don't know about the thickness, whether the cardstock is the same. Yeah, more or less, I would say. Try and get a straight edge on that. There we go. A little bit, maybe 2 or 3 cards different. But this feels, I think it's because it's smaller as well, this feels sturdier, actually. Yeah, and the artwork on this deck, if you're into manga, I know quite a few people are. I like it. I do find it quite busy. It is a busy deck in terms of the art. I love that death card. And I think I noticed that more on some of the minors. It was quite busy. But yeah, nice little deck. I'm not sure what these retail at. I think they're around $9.99 or something like that. This is $13.99 in US. So I think around a tenner, £10. Which again, if you've got a deck that you really love, and you want a little portable one to throw in your bag, then these are great ideas for that. Little travel decks to carry around that won't take up a lot of space. Or if you're going on holiday or something like that, then you've got a little version there. And then we have the dark wood. Let's have a look at this one. See, there's a little thing there, but on both of them, it's not given very easy. Okay. I'd imagine it's exactly the same. And I think this is a new thing with Llewelyn bringing out minis. They're not the first to do it, obviously, but these are quite small compared to like tarot in a tin. Just to give you an example, let's have a look. So here's Morgan Greer in a tin. This is kind of as small as I like to go. Let's open this up. I can give you a comparison. That opened better. So do it that way. Even compared to the tin size version, you'll see the 3 different sizes here. So your normal standard tarot size, the inner tin version, which are often called pocket versions, and then we've got the mini there. So hopefully that's helpful if you're not quite sure of the sizes. Put that back. Just have a sup of coffee. I've brought the coaster with me. Again, no book, which surprises me because with the, I don't know if I've got it in here actually. Yeah, I have. With the Lo Scarabeo ones, you still get, you get a title card and you still get a Diddy little white book, which I think is quite helpful to have that. These are longer and narrower though than this size, as you can see. Same width, but there's a lot more in terms of sizes, size comparison in height. And I've just dropped a load on the floor. Okay, so that's that sorted. Just to say as well, even in the US games, which I think kind of started it off really, even in their tins, you get a little white book as well. So I do think that Llewelyn are missing a trick, because if people are buying the mini versions and they don't have the originals, they're not going to get a book of interpretations. We've got this little card, Darkwood Tarot Mini 2023. Original product was in 2020. That'll be right, 3 years, I thought it was. Again, this is a gorgeous book, actually, really beautifully laid out. Love this book. Full page colour images of the cards, even in the minors. Just beautiful, lovely book. Any differences? So 7 of Swords is the top card in the deck that I've been using. So let's have a look at 7 of Swords. Okay, yeah. There is a slight colour difference. It's more noticeable here. Just in terms of lightness, it does seem, I'm not sure if it's picking up on camera, but only subtle, but it is lighter. Do you see the ground here? But again, it's very, very subtle. And yeah, it is what it is, exactly the same backs. You can see the 2 different colour tones here, the green. This is more of an olive green, whereas this is more of like a beigey colour, really. But yeah, nice. I love this deck. This is around the Darkwood, kind of like the fairy tale Red Riding Hood. It's Sasha Graham and art is Abigail Larson. Go into the Darkwood and discover your shadow self with this enthralling Rider-Waite-Smith style deck. Yeah, so going on a journey through the Darkwood, but it really does have that fairy tale element to it. I really like this deck, and as I said, the book is fantastic, really, really fantastic. Artwork, beautiful, great artwork, love it. So yeah, that's the mini versions. As I said, exactly the same. Cardstock is quite nice. Actually, it's quite a thick, chunky little deck. I think it feels thicker as well because of its size. The only thing is, I do think they should put a little white book in there, because if you are, and I'd imagine these little pocket ones might be people's first decks, you know, because they're quite inexpensive, around £10 or 13, is it in the US dollars. I'd imagine that if there is a young person coming into tarot, then, you know, a parent might buy this little mini version for them, for their small hands, but also, you know, inexpensive. And to get them started reading tarot, you would have to buy a separate, you know, bog standard book for interpretations. But for me, I'm pleased that I've got the set, the kit version as well. All right, let me know your thoughts. What are your thoughts about this kind of trend now of mini tarot decks? I'm in 2 minds about them. I don't think I would have a mini without having the full deck. Or maybe I might pick one up, just have a look at it, and then if I really like it, I'd end up getting the full size deck. Obviously, having giant hands like I do, then I prefer larger decks anyway. And the other side of me is like, well, I think it's an affordable option. I think it's great for throwing in a bag, as I say, if you're going away, or you just want one that you travel with, or perhaps have it in the glove compartment of your car, then I think they're great for that. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will be back later in the week. I'm trying my hardest to whittle my top 10 decks of 2023 down to 10. I'm down to 12 at the minute, and I'm really in a dilemma. But I had a lot more than that. I do it every year. since I've had a channel. It's my top 10 decks of the year, of decks that came to me that year, not when they was released. So it could even be a really old deck that I've got for the first time. And it's the ones that I use the most and really love, obviously, for it to be in my top 10. But that will probably be up around Thursday, so look out for that. Until then, go in peace, namaste, and blessed be.